Hello, everyone's. I am here for the Watchmen Season 1, Episode 6. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you a family member, you one of my peoples, oh, welcome back. So, y'all, this episode, it was a lot to watch, and I was getting angrier and angrier as I was watching it. Yeah, because I was like, okay, we taking, Granddaddy Will's his memory pills, and we're gonna go back into his young days, like the 30s and the 40s, which means this is no good for him, like back in those days. Which was me going to question, like my whole question was, how did Sister Knight swallow that bottle of pills without any water? Because these was some horse pills, if you want. These the pills like this big, my people. How is it that she was able to swallow multiple of these pills without any water in one big gulp? That's my question. We're not talking about some pills the size of a baby aspirin. No, ma'am. We talking about a full-on multivitamin size pill, and it had to been a few of them in there. So I guess, before all the shenanigans happening, we see the episode of the Hooded Justice, who had been interrogated by the people and interrogated by the police. And now they basically telling him, your boyfriend has other boyfriends, and he has videotape of y'all having sex and him having sex, and he's gonna try to sell it to some producer. But if you show us who you really are, we can work things out. And he takes off his hat and all that stuff. I don't know if it's a hat, his mask, I guess. And it's Cheyenne Jackson. He is the Hooded Justice. I was like, what? Straight up, it was Cheyenne Jackson. I was like, okay, cool. So they're about to take a picture of him, but he was like, nah, not for me. And commenced to beating the mess out of these two police officers at the police station. And I was like, where the rest of the police at as this is going on? Like, all this scrambling and bing boom paddling and you jumping and beating these two dudes. Like, no other police in the police station heard that it was going on as you was whipping tail. I said, I guess not. So, but, it was the police in present day watching the episode of the Hooded Justice and the Minutemen, or the Minutemen, whatever that show was called. Now, Blake goes to see Sister Knight, who has swallowed Granddaddy's pills. Now, she lets us know, like, how it works, which I was like, that's kind of creepy and scary. Like, they put a chip in your brain to harvest your memory, and then they put it in pill form. And I guess it was supposed to help people with dementia and memory loss. But, people was out here using it for, like, recreational uses and all that stuff. Like, why live in the present when you can live in the past? And people started ODing. So, they was like, no, the FDA and, like, the government was like, no, we're not going to do this anymore. No, this ain't it. But, like, her first memory of Will. Now, we're not going to talk about her first memory of baby Will, which he was the cutest little boy ever. I was like, oh. But anyway, back to what I was talking about, y'all. Her first memory was Will being sworn in as a police officer and being warned, and you got to look out for Cyclops. Like, who are Cyclops? Like, I need some more, tell me a little bit more, like who Cyclops, where he's at, like what is going on. But dude's like, look out for Cyclops. And that just like made me think of this Ali Sadiq skit when this ain't got nothing to do with what I was watching, but like you whispering something real quick and just walking off. But y'all check out Ali Sadiq when he was talking about prison riots. Y'all go check that out. So, he done got accepted to college. He goes to see June, and June tells him about not wanting to deal with or think about his past that's making him dangerous. Like, they gave you a gun and a stick, but like, what are you going to do with this gun and stick? She worried about him. And I was like, that look like Quita from the Have and the Have-Nots, Quincy's sister. I was not for sure, but I was like, that looked like her. But anyways, like, I'm assuming this is his first arrest. He sees some dude out here, like, I guess was gonna be or was setting fire on things. And he was like, yes, I could just be out here setting fire on things. But I was like, yeah, this is 1940s. It's like, yeah, he out here setting black folks' businesses on fire. Like, at the police station. Wait a minute. He take Will take him to the police station. He was like, he was out here setting arson to some buildings. And dude was like, who are y'all gonna believe, me or him? And it was like, you need to apologize to our fellow man, our fellow police officer brother. And he was like, I'm sorry. And they like walk him off to his cell. And I guess, hold on. This was the dude who showed up, who gets arrested, but he not out here being arrested. Because Will walks by and dude kind of like bumps him, like, what you doing now? What, you free? So he go back to the police station. He's like, that dude I just arrested, why is he free? And it's like, what are you talking about? He didn't arrest nobody. He's like, are you feeling all right, Will? Did you getting enough sleep? He's like, I know what I seen. And dude was like, look here. Just forget everything you just saw, or you'll end up dead if he doesn't. I guess if he doesn't let it go, if you continue out here, trying to arrest this man, it's not gonna be good for you. So he's walking home, and the police rolled up like, "Hey, what you doing, man? You want to go get a drink at the bar?" And he's like, "No, I'm good. I'm good. You sure?" "Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna head on home. I gotta go to work in the morning." And they roll off, and they are dragging two, what I think, black men behind their car. I'm like, this is what we're doing? Like, really? We just dragging, like, just, I don't know if they're already dead or they're dragging them to death, but y'all, I was getting upset. My hand was up there flexing in and out. I'm like, we not doing this. But I'm like, this is the 1940s. This was normal, which was sad. Next thing you know, Will is getting beat out here. Like, multiple police officers, multiple batons or whatever them things, them little stick things, multiple guns. They done got him hung up by a tree. Then put a little sack over his head. Then like hung him with a noose. He close to death. They let him down, and they basically was like, okay, stay out of white folks' business or it won't be a next time. And I was like, is that the same tree that he hung Judd from? But I wasn't thinking about that right then and there because I was so focused on being so angry. So Will, fresh off of being beat and hung, is walking by and he sees, some people attacking this man and woman. Now, at first I thought he was going to be like, y'all, I ain't got time for this. Y'all fend for yourself. But he was like, no. So he puts on that same blue, I guess, mask hood situation. And he was out here fighting. Now, I'm like, now we know that Will, for something was out here as a child just, surviving a car wreck. Now, Will, you up here beating on folks. I mean, you done got beat up times and you've been hung. You still have all the strength and energy to take out these people who was attacking this man and woman? Like, I need to know what's going on with Will because, you survived a car accident as a child, you and baby June. You done got beat up by the police officer and hung. And you was able to take all these people out. Like, what kind of... Do you have... like, I guess you can get hurt. But, like, do you have some kind of healing factors or something like that? Because he got his vigilantism on. And he beat the brakes off the people. I was like, okay. So he couldn't get justice, as a police officer. He gonna get one as a vigilante. And his mask is a lot like the one that Sister Night wears. She has a little black around her eyes. His is like the white around his eyes. I was like, wow. I was like, really? I guess in the midst of Sister Night fight. Now, y'all, this is how we doing it. When she's in her, I guess, fighting crime costume, she is Sister Night. When she got that bad coat on, that leather coat, yes, I want that coat. She is Sister Night. When she's just in regular civilian clothes, she is Angela. So, she's still hyped up on Granddaddy Will's nostalgia pills. So, Blake comes trying to talk Sister Night, I guess, coming out of the effects of the nostalgia. Cal, her husband, he comes up trying to, like, bring her out. Like, but the creepy thing is, like, she is sitting there motionless with her eyes open, which is kind of creepy for them. But they are, I guess for anybody's state of too much, this could be it. Because, like what is, like, just one nostalgia pill? Are you sitting there in the same state as Sister Night? Or is it because she didn't took multiple pills, she just sitting there stiff and frozen? I was like, that don't seem like something you would want to take where it leaves you, like, motionless like that and eyes wide open, just freaking everybody out around you. So, some dude comes over talking to Will, talking about something. I know you the Hood of Justice. And I got some people out here, trying to do the good work, the Minutemen and all these things. Now, I don't know how we went from, I know you the Hood of Justice, to Will and dude out here sleeping. They done became lovers. They didn't sprinkle in of how they became lovers. It was just you gonna be a lover. Then they was laying down next to a lover, which happened to be Will. Like I was confused about that. And I'm like, what happened? Like, it went from you're the Hood of Justice to we lovers. Like, one scene to the next. Like, you're the Hood of Justice. I'm gonna leave you my car. Bam, we in the bed together, we lovers. I'm like, how did this happen? What is going on? So later on that day, or whenever, the next day, few days, whenever it was, Will tells June the first time they met. Now he's saying how after the riots in Tulsa, how he was put in the back of a car and he wakes up and found out after her, I guess, crying out here, I guess. What I wrote down, she was a baby that was found after the crash, as he was telling her the scene with Lil Will and Baby June in the background. Like, oh, yeah. They laying in the bed and he's telling what's going on, but, like, their door is open and, like, we see, like, grown-up Will and grown-up June, but, like, in the background we see, like, little Will picking up baby June and picking her up, and him thinking, like, nobody else is alive in the world because Tulsa is, like, burning on fire behind them. And I was wondering, like, who took care of them? Because he couldn't have been no more than 4 or 5, 6 at the most. And she was not even 1 year old yet. So who took care of them is what I want to know. I guess with Will, a riot broke out during the movie. And, the police are like, this is how they act when they in cages talking about black people. I'm like, you need to be bopped upside the head. So as he goes into the movie, it's like this woman and she is sitting there and she's like, we were just sitting here and then, like, a flash came on and, like, in my head somebody was telling me I need to attack everybody. I think I did all this. So it seems like they're using mind control to have the black people attack each other. And I was like, so Will, he contacts, old dude, because he wants the Minuteman to come down and help. But he's like, you know what, that seems like a black issue. You should be helping your people out. That really doesn't have anything to do with us. I'm like, oh, really? This is what we doing? Oh, okay. Just remember that when you need Hood of Justice again. I'm be like, nah, remember, I need to be focused on my black issues. Ooh, I sounded like Shanae right quick. I was not trying to, y'all. So I guess in the midst of this, like the riot, now we got old dude who was out here, arrested and I guess free within seconds. He had a warehouse and Will was like, oh, so you the dude that got the warehouse. He was like, yep. Boop. Popped him in the cap. Killed him right then and there. Went throughout the warehouse and killed everybody up in there. And he ran out of bullets, but luckily old dude was on I guess the mind control dude that was, like, recording the message. He got strangled by his own corpse. I was like, yeah. And then he set the warehouse on fire. I was like, oh. Like, and after that, June decides to leave and tell their son to go back to Tulsa. She mad at him now, talking about something, you didn't change, you know, because he comes home and he sees his son. He's like, I'm like you, Dad, and he was trying to wash it off like, you don't want to be like me. Now she mad because the way he's acting. I'm like, boo boo. June, weren't you the same person who told him he needs to be out here, you know, a vigilante before he was a police? And but now you're mad that he is a vigilante over the police? I was confused about that. But she says, we going back to Tulsa, me and my son. And I don't want you to ever see us in ever in life again. Act like we act like we don't never exist. Now I was like, okay, this is why he lost his son and like lost his family. And then I realized his last name was Reeves. He got it from the Batch Reeves was like the person he looked up to the most when he was, I guess, a little baby at the same theater his mama, and he took on the name Reeves. I was like, oh, he was such a cute little baby. He was the cutest little boy. Yeah. Anyways, we see the night that Judd was killed. And you see Judd rolling down the street. We see Granddaddy Will sitting in his wheelchair. And we see, you know, Judd's his wheels getting popped by the spike strips. Will and the light was like a hypnotizing light. And he didn't die going to hypnotize Judd to push him up to the street, up to the tree. Now, I was like, why is he out here using this tree? This was the same tree that he was hung up from when he was a young policeman. And why is he killing Judd? Because Judd's granddaddy was the policeman who hung him up when he was little. He was telling him, you got that Klan robe in your closet. He was like, it was my granddaddy's. It's my legacy. He was like, if it's your legacy, why don't you have it out on display? And right quick, and okay, I guess, you know, was out here hypnotizing people. And Judd just put that noose on his rope. And Will, like, led him from being like, ooh, what happened to my wheels? To, like, roll Will up there to the tree, put the noose around him, and killed him. I was like, oh. I was like, because he was like, I was wondering, he, like, made some sign. It was a sign that Will's granddaddy made when he had brought that fat dude, that warehouse dude that, you know, got let go. He made that sign at the police station. And I guess Will did some research. I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and kill you. And he killed him by the tree that was meant to kill him, but not kill him, I guess. I don't know. But I do know Angela wakes up to Lady True, and she at Lady True's place. Now, like, she wake up, like, Lady True sitting over there being creepy. I'm like, what's good? Like, how did she get from the police station to over here Lady True? Like, what happened? So, now, she done seen all what, you know, Granddaddy Willis went through. Him growing up, him becoming, you know, a vigilante trying to help people and what he had to go through. And him end up losing his family in the process. I was like, oh, poor Will. But y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are up so with my beautiful face. Puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your people. You can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're returning, you or a family member be one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples. And this is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.